Hello ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Today we're going to talk about the dangers of smoking and why you shouldn't do it. Roll the clip.
If you're a smoker, I have a tip for you. Make a video of yourself before all this happens. Read a children's storybook or sing a lullaby. I wish I had. The only voice my grandson's ever heard is this one.
Now, I'm sure that this is not
You can quit.
the first time you have heard that haunting voice before in a TV or a radio ad, and the device this lady is using to talk is called an electrolarynx, which is the device that people use to speak after they lose their voice box due to too much smoking. Now, this is just one example of the many possible health complications due to smoking. Cigarette smoking first came to be in the early 1900s and really hit its peak in the 1960s. According to Tobacco Free California, the website states that about 50% of men smoked and about 33% of women smoked. Now, this was because of the glamorization of cigarettes due to big tobacco companies. They brainwashed Americans into believing that cigarette smoking was for the hard-working, manly man, American man, and if you smoke, you'll be glamorous or sexy or mysterious or whatever. But in reality, you're not any of those things. You're just weak. Now, a couple of years went by and tests started happening on the dangers of tobacco and their effects on the body and how harmful smoking actually was. Now, when 1965 hit, all cigarette packs were required to have a health label on it, like warning you about the dangers. And if you see one of those packs today, it literally almost takes up the entire pack. Now, when 1975 hit, the Surgeon General actually put the warnings on now, and by 1979, all radio ads and TV ads promoting smoking were completely taken off the air. Now, the percentage of smokers today have dropped by huge numbers, and is now around 15%, but it's still a problem and it needs to be fixed, and I'm going to try to persuade you guys not to smoke. Now, tobacco smoking can make your organs pay the price while you literally pay the price. The cost of cigarettes differ from state to state, but I would say in Florida the average price for a pack of cigarettes is about $6 and change. Now, with that being said, according to the American Cancer Society, the average smoker smokes around 10 cigarettes a day. So that's about 4 packs a week, 3 packs a week. You're spending about $20 on cigarettes a week. Now multiply that by 52 weeks over the price of the year and you get $1,040. $1,040, sorry. Now there are plenty of other things you can spend that money on that won't kill you, like a family vacation or new Jordans or something. Something that's not going to kill you. These big tobacco companies are very greedy and thrive on getting your money with absolute no regard for your health or well-being. They just want your business. And for some certain reason, people keep buying cigarettes from them. And that reason is because of the nicotine. Nicotine is added into cigarettes to act as a stimulant, almost like coffee or caffeine, which gives it an addicting quality. I don't think nicotine itself is what's harmful, but what you have to smoke to get to that nicotine, that's what gets you. Now, I understand that everyone is an adult, capable of making their own financial decisions. I'm not trying to be your accountant in any way. But if you're going to pay your hard-earned money to give yourself health problems, well, why are you going to do that? Now, on top of health problems, smokers are contributing to an environmental problem that will eventually lead to the end of the world as we know it. Almost sounds like a sci-fi Steven Spielberg film. But the reality is that at the rate we humans are going with pollution on the environment, which includes releasing smoke from cigarettes into the air, that the ozone layer will continue to deplete until it's eventually gone. Until it's completely gone, nothing. The world will eventually just fade away and crumble. I mean, the water all over the earth would be shallow and scarce. There would be a huge increase in diseases, including skin cancer, because of all the UV rays that aren't being protected from us. And our food chain would be destroyed, causing complete shortage of food, as eventually we would die out. Now, the world has honestly been going to shit lately as it is, pardon my French, and why are we gonna add to the problem and have to worry about human extinction as a whole? It's not worth it. Now, it won't happen in our lifetime, but we have to think about our grandchildren and our grandchildren's children. Now, as rocky as life can be, it is still the most beautiful thing we experience, and we need to make sure everybody gets their chance at life. And we want to keep this world around for as long as we can. Now, of course, there are many other factors to the ozone depletion. It is not just smoking cigarettes, but every bit matters. Just doing your part helps. Think about that next time. Now, alright, I'm done preaching Mother Nature like a Woodstock hippie, but I'm going to talk to you about the final and I think most important reason as to why you should not smoke. And that's the toll it takes on your body. Now, I saw this poster when I was in middle school, and I still remember the sight completely. It's a poster of a lady, and she's pretty much burnt and crumbled up, and it says, if you could see the damage it is doing to your inside on the outside, would you still smoke? Now, great poster. Love that poster. Great poster. It's not exactly true, though, because you can start to see what's happening on the inside on the outside already. Alright, think of a time you've seen an old, maybe homeless man that has been smoking his whole entire life and somehow by the graces of God has not gotten sick or ill and has had cancer. And then that guy smiles at you. Yeah. How gross did that look? His teeth were all yellow and rotted, right? That's because the smoke will eventually rot the teeth enamel and cause it to get a brownish yellow color. Now, the same exact thing happens to fingernails and the whites in the eyes as well. So I'm sure you've noticed that before. That's gross. We're starting to see a pattern here? Yeah. Now, this doesn't even compare to the damage happening on the inside, though. Like I stated at the beginning of the speech, it has been scientifically proven that smoking damages every single vital organ in your body. We all know that smoking can cause lung cancer, but according to the American Lung Association, it can cause many other problems, including heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and emphysema. Now, this sounds like way too many health risks to be able to successfully dodge all of those. And in addition to exposing yourself to these risks, you're also exposing the people closest to you, aka your loved ones, because of secondhand smoke. Now, there are some skeptics about the actual danger of secondhand smoke, but I can assure you that it is a real thing, and my grandmother is living proof today that secondhand smoke is real. My grandfather smoked for about 50 odd years before he quit, and he recently passed away a few years ago due to old age. And my grandma now suffers from emphysema, and it's very hard for her to walk and very hard for her to breathe. She never smoked a cigarette a day in her life. She was just around it all the time. So think about that next time you smoke around your loved ones, that you're affecting them whether you realize it or not. Now, in conclusion, cigarettes are sneaky murderers. Once they were considered to be glamorous and hardworking and all that, and makes you look cool, until we realize the actual side effects and dangers. Now, when you decide to smoke cigarettes, you decide to harm your finances, your loved ones, the environment, and most importantly, yourself. Now take that into consideration next time you stop at the gas station counter and you buy a pack of cigarettes. Now, you can put an end to this, and many companies are determined to helping you quit. It is possible. Mark Twain once said, "Quitting cigarettes is easy. I've done it 100 times." It's a struggle. You're going to struggle, but you can make it through it. So get that help and just don't smoke and make the world a better place. Thank you guys for coming.